Okay, hello folks, this is the tutorial for how I do a hat tournament. That's what they're called, but I'm not using my hat. I guess I could use my hat. So anyway, yeah, I'll use my hat. So this is the tool that I use. This is actually, I just bought this today because my other one's packed away, but so that's why it has some temporary labeling here. But I have one just exactly like this, and I did like a little label maker, and I put here, as you can see here, court 1, court 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then buy, B-Y-E, buy. So those are the people, if you have extra people, if you fill up all your courts or you have extra people because you have an odd number, I put them in the buy pile. So here's how it works. Very simple. I just have a bunch of these cards. I use old business cards. You can get 3x5 cards, but those are sort of big, so I cut them in half. But just get any little card. Business cards actually work perfect, the perfect size. I had a big 1,000 business cards from an old previous job, so I've been using that until I ran out of them. But I have this there on the table at the place. Like I said, I've done this on the spur of the moment. I didn't even have this, I didn't have these, I just had a piece of paper, but it's nice when I have this because it keeps it all organized. So I put everybody's names that are entered in, and you could do this ahead of time if you have pre-registration, but I've done this just straight off, and people are there for a clinic and who want to play. I say, okay, put your name on a card, give it to me. So I put their names on a card like this, and then I stick it in a bucket, a hat, whatever, mix it all up. Okay, and then I pretend like I'm pulling them out of the hat. So I'll pull out the first two. So I mix these up. First two. Oh, okay, they're Joe and Tim. So I'll say, Joe and Tim, you are on court 1. So I'll put it in court 1, and then I pick up the next two, and they are playing against Ernie and Emily. Okay, so I put that in the court 1 pocket like that. Okay. Then I pull out some more names again. Oh, but let's say I only have 3 cards, so I don't have enough for a game, okay? So I would go through all the cards. If I had more people, obviously, I would keep pulling out 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and I just keep filling this up. And let's say I fill this all up, or however many courts you have, then whatever extras that you have that you can't put into a court, or they're all filled, or you have an odd number, I stick those in the buy pile right here. Okay, so they're there. So now, then everybody goes plays their game. Usually we do games to 11, win by 1. You could do it the other way I said in the email, you could do it by time, and that actually works really well because some of these games may take a long time and some may be done that quickly. So if you don't want one team or one game holding up everybody else, let's say everybody else finished and there's just one game still going on, and that might take a while, you could say game to 11, win by 1, or 10 minutes. So you could start a timer, time the games for 10 minutes. Those who finish before the 10 minutes, they come and they say, oh, okay, Ernie and Emily won. So then on the cards for them, I just write W. Okay, W, like that. Okay, so I just write a W, and then obviously on the other 2 cards, I would write an L and an L. So that way you know that they played this first round, okay? Then I put them back in the hat, okay? And so then as people are done playing the game, their games, they would come and report to you, win or loss. Write it on their cards, put it in the hat, put it in the bucket, whatever you have, until all the games are done. And if there's one game still going, and it's already 10 minutes, then I would tell them, okay, next point wins. So if they're tie, or if it's, well, actually, I take it back. If it's 10 minutes and one team is already ahead, like 8-6, then the team that is at 8, they get the W, the 6 gets the L. If they're tie, like 8-8, then you say, okay, next point wins. They play, serve, doesn't matter who's serving. They serve, whoever wins that point, receiving team, serving team, it doesn't matter. They win, then they get 9, so then they're the winners. And then you write them in. Then, once all the games are done and you get all the cards, you put them on the hat, mix it all up. But then, what I do first is I take these 3 people or whoever was in the buy in this buy pocket, okay, and then I put them in first. So I usually spread them out. So I'll put them in like court 1, court 2, court 3, just like that, okay. Then on court 1, I'll draw out one more name. Okay, up, it's Emily again. She's playing with Sue there in court 1. And then the next 2 names, okay, it's Joe and Ernie. Okay, so they go into that court 1 pocket. Okay, so that way the people who are waiting that didn't play that first round, now they are for sure to get in the second round. And then obviously that means that there's probably going to be 3 people that will be left over, because if once it's all filled, there'll be 3 people left and they'll go in the buy pile. So hopefully then nobody has to have 2 buys in a row, because that would not be fun. So you're always moving them around and all that. So that's how you do it. So every round after the end of each game, I see who wins, who loses, write a W, write an L, and I just keep track of that way, put them all back in the hat, mix it up, put the people in the buy pile, spread them out first, get them on court, and then add them in. And then that way too, somebody says, oh, you know, while we're playing, or after a round, somebody says, oh, I gotta leave, I've gotta go, you know, go to something, let's say Emily. So all I do is I just take Emily out of the pile, and then everybody else, well, not the buy people, but everybody else, then they go into the hat, mix it up, put your buy people in first, that were waiting that round, put them in first, and then fill it out. And then if somebody else comes in that's later, you could just write their card and then stick them in and then put them into the mix. So it's easy to take people in and out, because it doesn't really mess up the structure, the brackets, the divisions like it would in a normal tournament. So this is very flexible if people are coming and going. You just, anytime you fill out however many courts you have or people you have, and then whatever odd number you have left, you stick it into the buy pocket, and then you put them in the next round. And then at the end of all of that, let's say Joe here, he is L, I'll just say he's L, W, W, L, W, W, okay? So I've been keeping track of Joe, and he has a loss, win, win, loss, win, win. So then he has 4 wins, and so I would just put a 4 here and circle it so that I know he has a 4. And then I would do that to all the cards. And then that way, then I could see who had the most wins. You could pick male and female with the most wins, you know, however you want to do that, however you want to get prizes out. But that's how you can then say who are the, or you could take the top 3, the top 4, however you want to count it. But I basically just count the wins. I try to keep it simple. So I count how many wins that people have, and you know, and then give prizes accordingly. Okay. All right, that's it in a nutshell. So hopefully that will help. And if you have any questions, just sure shoot me an email, and you can go from there. And yeah, this is just, you can get this. I got this at an education store here in San Bernardino. It's called it was called a pocket. I forgot what it's called now. It's called a pocket something, but you can get this on Amazon. Let me see if it's on here. Yeah, but they were like pocket flashcard holders or something, but you can see it's just you can hang it up, and it has these plastic strips along the side like this, and then it's a pocket on this side here. So it's very easy to put in, but yeah, that's basically it. Okay, have fun. Bye-bye.